Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Legally Bound. I'm your host, Joseph Rugari, and today we'll be taking a quick look at some of the issues related to the legal dispute of the famous Hall and Oates. But before we dive into it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your support means the world to us. Now, let's get right into it. Like I previously mentioned, we're talking about the iconic music duo Hall and Oates. You know them from their legendary hits like Man-Eater and Rich Girl. But all has not been well in Nashville, and the lawyers have gotten involved. So, here's the deal. Daryl Hall and John Oates, the musicians behind Hall & Oates, are in a legal battle with each other in the courts of Nashville, Tennessee. The core of their dispute revolves around the interests in a limited liability partnership between two of them that they call Whole Oats Enterprises LLP. Of note, the LLP owns a bit of the duo's intellectual property interests related to their musical work, including their trademarks, public image rights, royalty income rights, some social media and website properties, and rights related to their music. This whole thing arose because John Oates wanted to sell his interest in Whole Oats Enterprises LLP and chose Primary Wave IP Investment Management as the buyer, allegedly behind Daryl's back. This decision came off the heels of a long arbitration matter that had not yet been resolved. Daryl Hall was not on board with the decision at all and has tried to force Oates to sell his portion of the partnership to himself instead. This legal posture, which means the current case's status, seems to come out of a right of first refusal. While we don't have public documents to confirm the exact mechanism used, the essential principle behind a right of first refusal clause is that Hall should have the opportunity to match the sale price offered to Primary Wave if Oates decides to sell, and should get first dibs to try to keep the LLP in-house. As of right now, a judge has ruled for a temporary injunction to maintain the status quo of the ownership. This means that the sale has been halted until the court resolves whether it should even be allowed to proceed. Temporary injunctions usually are based on a series of factors that are meant to make sure that you really need one. In most jurisdictions, those factors are 1. A strong likelihood of irreparable harm if the conduct is not stopped. 2. A likelihood of success on the merits of the case. 3. Weighing the benefits of the injunction to the party seeking it against the harm to the party affected by it. And 4. Avoiding, as much as possible, injury to the public interest as a result of the injunction. The key factor to always keep in mind here is the potential risk of irreparable harm. Here, it's notable that Oates is attempting to bring in a third party to the business venture who could potentially gain unwarranted control over the intellectual property even if Hall should have had full control. So the temporary injunction, which only lasts until the case is resolved, at which point a permanent injunction may be ordered, or otherwise the injunctions would all be dismissed by the court outright, was granted here to preserve the status quo. And that's where we currently are. The case is far from over. In fact, it's just begun, and we'll be keeping a close eye on the developments. As an aside, at some point in the future, we do plan on specifying what all of these things that we've been talking about mean. What is irreparable harm? What is a temporary injunction really for? What do we mean by the public interest? So make sure to stay tuned. And before we wrap up, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts on the case in the comments below. We do love hearing from you, and I know I keep saying it, but your support keeps us going. Until next time, stay legally bound, and we'll see you in the next video.